Hi, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Pietre Nordell, and I'm applying to be your HvZ administrator for spring 2014. Yay! Get fucking excited. Go. Do it. That's half of what I'm talking about. Okay. So, gonna go about as fast into questions here as I can, but I'm gonna add a little amendment to this question thing, because at this point, I care a bit more about hearing what you guys think, because you guys matter, because you're actually here. So, when you ask a question, before you ask a question, I want to hear something you want to see in the next semester's game of HvZ. Got it? Got it?
Woo! Sure.
I'll take it. Dustin, what do you want?
I want to see a new kind of special that will scare people and make them uncomfortable.
A new kind of special. Alright, what's your question?
What makes you qualified to be the HvZ admin?
I have played this game for many years. I have been here many times. I've been admin before. I've been moderator twice. I've been an OZ. I've played across 9 different campuses and 20 invitationals. I can keep going, but yeah. Everything that's been out there pretty much I've seen, unless your name is Bowling Green, and I'll be seeing them this weekend. So at this point I feel like I've pretty much got a good handle on just about everything HvZ has to offer from an administrative standpoint. That good? Yeah. Alright, Goff, what do you want?
I'd like to see the implementation of specials as like a perk for the zombies. They get X number of objectives or X number of kills that night. They get the special. My question is, how would you implement the specials? The last game we had no specials. The game before that we had, in my opinion, too many specials. How would you kind of strike a balance?
Well, I feel like you just gave me a solution to that question in the lead up to that. Apparently, you think that specials should be up for rewards. Say if you do good, you get special. That's cool. I feel like Nate Rose's game kind of did that with the mod money mechanic, except most people didn't take mod money for what they did, and mod money was thrown around like candy. So it really just ended up on the people who happened to pick up the money at the time, as opposed to the people who really earned it. So I guess if it comes down to really earning it, then maybe people ought to be a bit more proactive with that, whether it's money, whether it's actual mission rewards, whatever. Yeah, Jules.
I want to see less people get ragey and assholey over things that happen in the game.
You want to see less people get ragey for no reason?
Yeah.
The hell's wrong with
I don't know about that.
Change.
Is there anything else you have to say?
Oh no, I had a question. Just because you kind of have the stereotype, or the title is just the guy that when he's involved in an HvZ game, all the humans die and suffer terribly. Is that what's actually going to happen, or is this going to be another game like Alex's where the humans actually have a foreseeable chance of winning, or is it just going to be a blood bukkake? I said it.
You know, contrary to popular belief, I've actually been pretty pro-human for a while when it comes to actually running the game. If anything else, it was Nate Rose and Robert that wanted to kill everyone, and I was constantly saying, hey, maybe we should give the humans a chance right now. I've always thought that the humans deserve a chance. Even the last time I ran this thing, we gave the humans a pretty solid chance. It was a pretty rough game, and they lost some pretty critical points. So it really just wasn't going to happen. And I think that first game is where that stigma comes from, because it was a bloodbath, and it was a bloodbath with the intent that midway through the game, we were going to bring a bunch of people back. And unfortunately, they kind of lost hope from there, and they didn't really do it. I would really like to see humans win a game. Obviously, it's not just going to be handed to them, and they really have to overtake some stuff, because as we saw in this game, the zombies don't just let it happen. The zombies go super mode, and they do not want the humans to win, and you can't really control that as an administrator. But yeah, I would love to see the humans win. I just really want them to earn it. I'm not going to hand it to them on a silver platter.
So this game, if you win, there will be a chance.
There is always a chance.
Yeah. Is it a probable chance? Like,
I can't say that. That's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, AJ.
Okay, The thing that I would like to see is like morph suits integrated somehow. So like different
Love more seats.
morph suits used for different characters or something. And my question is, are you going to be integrating an economy, or are you going to just kind of do like this past game where it's just kind of regular humans versus zombies minus the economy?
I like economies, but really that's not completely up to me. That's going to be one of those things where if the mod staff wants to learn it, then we'll throw it in and the mod staff can learn it. It's not really like it's something that I've seen done more than a few times and it works. It's something that I've done at least once. It's something I've been a part of. Mod money is cool and economy is great, but it's not necessarily the most required thing for HvZ. I just think it's a cool little effect that when you do it every now and then it adds something. Yeah, Wilson, stop trolling your hair.
I'd like to see NPCs that are more involved with the players rather than more of a distant on a pedestal thing. Like, kind of like Devin was during the invitation. There's a lot of people who like said on the web and at the event that they like really liked him, kept in character, immersed them in the story, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, my question. As a sophomore, this game is already becoming a little bit more like a formula, like more of a predictable thing. I can only imagine how it's like for juniors and seniors. Interesting mechanics that you have in mind to be fresh for veterans?
Well, I think a lot of the reason why HvZ becomes formulaic is because a lot of people don't really know the inside and outs other than what they've experienced. They go with what they know because what they know is the safe route. That's actually part of why I ran for administrator the first time all those years ago. About 4 years ago, I looked at the game and I said, wow, this game is getting really stale really fast. It's not really going anywhere. And so I made a game where there were zombie instant respawns. If zombies crossed certain lines, then they were stunned instantly. There was a 40-person turn back in the middle of the game. It was literally the most, let's try whatever we can just to breathe life into this and see what they want to latch onto. Some of those things we've seen again, some of those things we haven't seen again, but I'm not really going to say I'm going to go that extreme again because we do have a very stable game, but obviously at this point we do support a meta game that has a bit more exciting features than hold points and puzzles and extravagance and all of that. Yes?
Okay. The thing I want to see is more players wearing their, especially human players, wearing their bands when they're going to class. Because last game we had people who thought that was optional apparently, and that was not fun for zombies.
Pussed out like a bitch?
Yeah, that's not what
Wear your armbands.
But I don't know how you would fix that, but
Simple, you surround them in Woodworth and offer up a deal.
smart.
Alright, let's keep going. We got 2 minutes. What's
Okay,
up?
my actual question is kind of a two-parter, and Wilson actually asked the first part. So I guess, okay, the two things that frustrate me usually about HvZ, especially in the last game, was there was a really low turnout for the missions. Like, we had a ton of people sign up for the actual game, like 150 people or something, 170 people, and maybe 40 people showed up each night, if that. So that wasn't okay, and
I will get them out. I promise.
great.
I lie to them to get them out.
Okay.
Like the last time we did this, I said there was an extraction on the second to last night just to get people out, and a bunch of people came out, and a few people raged when they found out at the end of the night they weren't free.
That's beautiful. There was another part of that question. It was just another problem that I thought. Oh, just the storyline of the game, the NPCs who are in character so much that it gets in the way of just enjoying the game and going out to hunt some humans or hunt some zombies. That always really frustrates me.
I've never been big into the huge storyline aspect. Obviously, I build one, but part of why I think stories are memorable is because you take all the elements of the game as they exist and you make them justifiable in whatever world. I don't think you really need to have comprehensive storytelling beyond that because not a whole lot of people care, but if you throw in some stuff every now and then that, you know, the people who do follow the fluff care about that they can latch on to, that's a good thing. You gotta make this really quick.
Alright. If you were to bring out a new type of special, do you have a particular one in mind? Because I know I've been kicking around ideas of some specials that would be rather...
I've got a few in mind, but you're not getting to know it.
Oh, shit.
If you do, it's not gonna be true.
Can I be a mob?
All right, so here's the deal.
It's not gonna be Eric Johnson, Invincible.
You need to elect me as administrator because they're coming.